Hello everyone, Mr. K back here on 78 FLH Restorer. This is our 4th edition, and today I plan on having the engine and the transmission out, and I'm going to show you some things that I found since we last got together. If you buy an old bike and you might want to check it over. I wanted to show you this. Look at that. I found that's to the starter. That goes over to the starter. I have the starter removed, but that's bare, and that's not a good thing. Okay, there's a lot of current going through there. You can see it's awful green too, so it's been bare for a while. And it looks like also too, something was chewing on the wires there, maybe. You can kind of see that. So things to look at whenever you're getting these old motorcycles. Gonna take the chain and transmission out. And I wanted to show you some other things too. Like, look at the condition of that oil line. Hopefully it's pretty bad right there. So all these oil lines are going to be replaced with new oil lines and rerouted the correct way. So I just wanted to show you that and let you know where we're at. And I'm going to continue on, and I'll show you what's next. Okay, so we're getting ready to remove the transmission, and I started looking at there, and look, that nut is pretty loose. So even if I was to continue riding it without tearing it down, this isn't good. Okay, so we need to go ahead and tighten that up, and I think what I'm going to do is I'll put this transmission on the stand, and we'll go through it just to see how it is. Lots of buildup and gunk. You can see it as I come over here. You can see to get to the plate bolts, it's really lots of junk here. And even just to get to the bolts that hold that plate down, because to get this transmission out, the plate has to be unbolted from the frame, and it'll go straight out that way. Okay, because it can't clear the ratchet top or anything like that. Okay, so that's what we found on the transmission, and we'll keep going and get it out. Okay, so we got the transmission out, and awful grimy in there. That's okay though. Not seeing anything too bad. I got the oil tank out. If you shine the light down in there, I don't know how you can see it in here, but there is some sparklies in there. So it's pretty dirty there. We got our filter out. It's just a drop in, but other than that, when I take the oil lines off, I keep them as intact as I can, because what I'm going to do is I'll replace these all with new line, and I'll use these as a guide or a template for the oil lines. It looks like this one had something chewing on it also. Got the chain off. Got the speedo drive off. I'm going to soak that in some oil. There again, we got our transmission out. Clutch cable's out. It's really rusted. I'm probably going to end up replacing that cable. It's really rusted. Some things that I noticed when we're getting the harness off, like that connection right there is not really good. So we're going to go ahead and fix it. It looks like someone put a new relay in there, so we'll probably end up reusing that. I am going to try and reuse this harness as best I can. So I'm keeping it as far as I can intact. Oh, one other thing, as I remove these rubber bumpers for the battery box, I had one over here break off, and that's a bummer. So I'm going to have to go ahead and fix that, and I may even just wait till I get the whole frame completely off, and then I can lay it down on the bench and get that out of there. I see a nice dent on the shocks. We'll be looking for a different set of shocks. And we'll be taking off the exhaust brackets. All right, next what we're gonna do is get that engine pulled out and put it on a stand. So, also too, I got a real nice transmission stand. It mounts right in a vise, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put that transmission on this stand, and then we'll take the side covers off, get all the gunk off of it, and go through on that. But I'll show you on a video when we just focus on the transmission. Right now we're just getting everything apart. Okay. Well, there's our transmission set up on our stand. We're going to tear that apart later and regasket, clean it, see if there's anything that needs replaced. It just looks pretty grimy other than that. And our engine is completely unbolted. Okay, got all the coils and the wires and everything else off. Alrighty. Okay, so we're ready. As you can see, it's ready to come out of here. You can see all the junk and garbage. I took all the foot controls and everything off. All the dirt and grime. Look how much dirt and mud is on there. Okay, I did see one thing that I didn't like on my regulator plug. There's a bunch of oil. That's not a good thing. So it's filled with oil right there. Now later, before I even pull this rotor, I'll show you how to test that with the ohms meter. Okay, looks like someone painted it. All right, so we're gonna get ready to do that. It's fun. It's funny, I was digging around in there, and up in the rocker boxes, I found these. 50 cents. We'll just deposit them back in there. All right. And then we'll come around to this side. Got the big O-ring chain, which I don't care for those much. That's just me. And I had to take off the oiler hose to get that rear engine mount out. So we got that out. And also make sure you keep track of all your hardware. I keep finding these things underneath everything. I don't even know what they are. I don't know if you know what they are, let me know. So pretty much gonna take the engine out, put it on a stand. I got a nice area for it. Probably going to tear it down, and we'll see where that is. Okay. Okay. Engine's out. Get a nice view of everything. Yeah. Bunch of oil coming out of that charging system plug. It should be oil coming out of there. All right. Yep. And there's our chassis. Bunch of gravel inside of there. Some rust. There's a grease fitting. So in our next episode, I'm going to get the rest of this stuff off of there and get ready to take the back end off and the front end off and get working on redoing the frame. So that's where we're at. And I probably will end up tearing down this Shovelhead. How far, I'm not sure. But if we're going to do everything else, I might as well do it all up. All right, well, until next week, everybody have a good week and a safe week, and God bless.